Hvad så alle sammen? Velkommen til den her video. Er en intro, som Matt plejede at lave back in the days. Apropos signatur, så skal vi i dag reagere på de 10 største signature moves i fodboldhistorien. Ja tak. Vi har før nævnte FIFA med DK med. Vi har JK FIFA, a.k.a. DM Scandy JK HD. Og vi har Krause FIFA HD. Eller faktisk ikke HD, men Krause FIFA. Vi skal reagere på noget fodbold.
Respekt.
Tak, respekt. Ja. Og lad os bare komme i gang.
The very best footballers have wide-ranging skill sets, but many of them also have a particular trick that's associated with
signature.
football history.
Okay, så hvad? Thiagos bodyfane, eller hvad?
Johan
Cruyff-turn, ja. Kodesmas yderside, ja.
Where else could we possibly begin? Johan Cruyff is one of the best players of all time. When you picture him, you don't think of a particular goal or assist. His most famous on-field moment was a piece of skill out on the left wing. Cruyff was playing for the Netherlands against Sweden at the '74 World Cup. He was facing his own goal and being tightly marked by a defender.
Altså, brugte han den meget siden, eller bare for den der ene gang?
Det er egentlig et godt spørgsmål. Fordi det er kun det der klip, du altid ser.
Ja, præcis.
Behind his standing leg, completing a 180-degree turn. Cruyff was away, and the defender, Jan Olsen,
Ej, hvor er det?
I still can't understand, Olsen said in 2016. Now when I see the video, every time I think I've got the ball, when he's about to
han har brugt 40 år på at forstå det.
Han er stadig forvirret.
A recent example of the move in
Ja, selvfølgelig.
Det var sygt. Han havde ikke engang en klub dengang.
Havde han ikke?
Nej, han var klubløs, da han scorede det mål der.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Step over.
The Ronaldo
Nå, jeg
chop.
spillede.
These days, Cristiano Ronaldo's a central striker with an incredible knack for scoring goals. When he first broke through in the 2000s, he was a flying winger who tormented fullbacks with his speed and skill. His favorite move was the Ronaldo chop, while dribbling in a straight line down the
Jeg har fuldstændig glemt det der, men ja, det er rigtigt.
Ja.
Det gør han ikke så meget mere.
And hitting the ball sideways, usually with
Det der mål der, og så lige step over. Ej, det er sygt, det ikke viser det.
kept him on his feet. The same couldn't be said for all of his opponents. He might be a
That's
good
like
player in 2021, but the Ronaldo chop is still a key part of the Portuguese's armory. Just look at his fantastic assist for Edinson Cavani against Tottenham in October. CR7 still got it. Ronaldinho, the Elastic.
Ja.
Sergio Achigo, a Japanese-Brazilian footballer from the 60s, invented the Elastico. That's
No,
who
Chaco
Ronaldinho learned it from, and he showed it to a global audience in the 1970 World Cup final. But the Elastico,
Det er seriøst det fedeste
sometimes
skill
known as
move.
the flip-flap, was perfected by
Ja, hvis man bruger den i kamp, og den virker så
Ja.
but Ronaldinho. The move is performed by pushing the ball away from you with the outside,
Men det er så
then
clean.
quickly pushing it back the other way with the inside of the
Det var
Ja, det er rigtigt, det er rigtigt. Ja.
Ronaldinho used the Elastico to fool countless opponents.
Ej.
Even Portuguese
Ej, hvor går det også hurtigt. Altså, what the fuck?
Det er så
The
ulækkert.
Elastico was Ronaldinho's signature move and the one he'll always be remembered for.
Ja. Ej, man.
Zinedine Zidane, the roulette.
Jeg vil jo sige Michael Laudrup, men okay.
Ja.
His generation, he glided
Men
across
okay,
the
Laudrup,
top
det var
with
nok mere
grace and
Laudrup,
style.
faktisk.
When he was at the top of his game, no one could stop
hans
it.
chip.
Zidane's most famous move
Ja.
was the roulette, also known as the 360 turn. Approaching a defender, he
Jeg bare kalde den roulette,
ball
tak.
back with the
Ja,
studs
det-
of his right foot, spin his body round, then drag the studs of his left
Det er jo vildt,
foot
hvor
over the
syg
ball.
teknik Zidane havde.
Zidane often used the roulette to get out of tight situations.
Ja, men god.
Sometimes the skill allowed him to get past more than one opponent. At other times, the roulette left defenders making clean air shots. Performing this trick at full speed while wearing football boots isn't as easy as Zidane made it look. Even Brazil, the home of Joga Bonito and Samba football, had no answer for it. Andre Iniesta.
Wow!
Det må være en lakokæt.
Ja, men jeg tror faktisk, det vil give den til Laudrup.
In the late 2000s and early 2010s was underpinned by
Han var satme også syg til det, Iniesta.
Ja, det var han.
Den der nede i hjørnet mod Spartak, tror jeg, der.
Strong or powerful. If you walk past them in the street, you might
Også i
think they were
PSG's
top
comeback,
class
der laver han
sports
også en ret vild
stars.
assist med
But
det der.
Xavi and Iniesta's technical
Han var
quality
bare
and
nasty.
footballing intelligence made them one of the best midfield duos of all time. Xavi was probably the better passer, but Iniesta was a more proficient dribbler, where he passed the ball with one side
var bare
foot to
en
the
perfekt
other,
kombination.
and then
Ja,
det
accelerated
tror jeg.
into space, as well as good feet in a tight area.
Ej, jeg
The move
elskede
requires
Iniesta, man.
balance and subtle shifts of body weight.
Og han spiller stadig, gør han ikke?
Jeg er vel i Japan.
Neither was Iniesta. That didn't stop him becoming a Barcelona and Spain legend. Ricardo Quaresma, the Trivela. When they
Trivella?
Sporting CP Academy together, youth
Kalder man
coaches
det?
thought Ricardo Quaresma was a more talented prospect than Cristiano Ronaldo. Yet there's no comparison between what the Portuguese pair have achieved in the game. Quaresma's had a decent career though, and he was one of the most entertaining wingers to watch in his peak. His signature move was the Trivella. Quaresma scored
Igen, det er jo fordi, at dansk med, jeg vil kalde den Joachim Mæles move, men altså, hey, the game's the game, ikke?
Ej, der er den. Til et VM.
If you wanted to be unkind, you might say Quaresma pulled out the Trivella so often because his left foot wasn't up to scratch. But then again, when the outside of your foot is this good, why wouldn't you use it?
Ja.
Antonin Panenka. The Panenka. These days we see several Panenkas.
Givet vi får Di Maria
That wasn't the case in the 1970s. Back then,
Good shout.
penalties that were sent down the middle tended to be hammered rather than chipped. Antonin Panenka wrote his name into the history books in the
Jeg vidste faktisk ikke, du var for en fodboldspillers navn.
A penalty
det
shootout
vidste jeg
would
godt.
decide the winner between Czechoslovakia and Germany. After Uli Hoeneß missed for the Germans, Panenka had the chance to win the trophy for his country. It was an incredibly tense moment to unleash his trick, but Panenka
er det VM, han gjorde det?
Var det ikke, eller var det EM, han sagde, eller var det EM, det gik
German keeper set
jeg mener, det var VM.
and his technique didn't fail him. Panenka coolly dinked the ball down the middle, and Czechoslovakia were European champions.
European, okay.
Numerous players have
var
tried
det EM?
Panenka penalties since then, but it isn't as straightforward as it looks. Isn't that right, Sergio?
Unlucky.
Francesco Totti, il cucchiaio.
Okay, det siger mig ikke
Francesco
noget.
Totti was born in
Nej,
1976,
det lyder mere som en
the same
kaffe.
year that Antonin Panenka made headlines with his cheeky penalty. Perhaps that's why Totti scored so many Panenkas during his career. The Roma legend didn't just wait for spot kicks to pull out the dink, though. In fact, he loved chip shots so much.
Ja, han lavede det der ude på feltet der.
Which is Italian for spoon, became his signature move. Sometimes Totti used it when he was one-on-one with the keeper. Keepers often crouch down low in those situations, so Totti
Så kunne man også argumentere for Ernie og
his
drible
most
udenom
impressive
målmanden.
cucchiaio as it were from further out. Totti's goal against Empoli in 2003 came from
wow.
the edge of the
Det er så
box.
flabet
Another
der.
time he
Det er den der, jeg
pulled
tænker.
out
Chip
the
keeperen
The
ude
title
fra
of his
feltet.
autobiography says it all. Moja Faccio e cucchiaio. I'm gonna chip him now. Yannick Bolasie. The Bolasie
Ja, selvfølgelig.
Sorry, Eriksen.
isn't on the same level as some of the players in this video, but it's
Ej, jeg fik ondt af Eriksen, da han blev
just
ødelagt.
as much skill as Ronaldinho's Elastico or Zidane's roulette. Bolasie played the best football of his career at Crystal Palace. He was an off-the-cuff entertainer. The only predictable thing about him was that he'd always do something unpredictable. Just ask Dejan Lovren.
Den der.
The moment came against Spurs in 2014. Pending
farvel.
Vanvittigt.
Det er så sindssygt.
Then with his
Nah,
left,
bro.
before
United Thailand spiller der blev sat af Bolasie.
Christian Eriksen didn't know what had just happened
Could
to
never
him.
be me.
The Bolasie flick soon appeared on FIFA as El Tornado. Bolasie wasn't happy. He thought it should be named after its inventor, Thierry Henry, the fake pass. Thierry Henry could do everything. He scored goals and created them. He
Jeg vil
beat
mere tænke
defenders
hans
with
klassiske
pace and with
afslutning.
trickery.
Men langt hjørne.
The legend is
Ja.
arguably the legend is history. Henry wasn't a show pony. Most of what he did was highly effective, but sometimes he liked to have fun on the pitch. His signature fake pass was the best example of this. Henry didn't pull the move out too often. It's a bit of a gimmick, and his managers wouldn't have appreciated him doing it when his team was losing or drawing. But when the time was right, Henry bamboozled opponents, teammates and supporters with the fake pass. Shaping to kick the ball with his right foot, Henry would instead nudge it in the other direction with his left. It was like a magic trick. Now you see it, now you don't. Which other signature moves would you add to the list? Drop
Skal vi svare på det?
a comment below and then...
Jamen,
Altså,
jeg holder
jeg
på
vil
Di
synes... Ja, men jeg vil sige, med Henri, der passer det der bedre med så det der langhjørneskud, som han altid plejer at lave.
Ja, det er det. Ja.
Jamen, jeg siger Ernie driblet under målmanden. Ja, Di Marias Rabona.
Ja. Well, altså man kan sige, det var en god liste, og der er mange flere, man kunne lave det med faktisk. Så det kunne være fedt, hvis der var sådan, hvis der kom en. Der er faktisk en part 2 af den her video. Så jeg er rigtig
Jeg har en dansk. Jesper Grønkjær helt til Oscar Wendt. Den var sikker hver gang.
Okay, jeg har også en dansk. William Christ backpass.
Okay, lad os lukke videoen.
Fuck det ikke. Well, ja, fornøjelse under jer som igen, mine damer og herrer. Og ja, vi fortsætter med sådan det her anden dags ish upload, så vi ses om et par dage igen. Jeg håber, I kan vente indtil da. Peace.